Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Winners Bracket round number 5, where we see Fnatic Classic is up 2-0 over our 2011 national champions, Instinct. With a show of noise, do you think Instinct can rally back in this series? How many people think Classic's going to walk away with this one with a 3-0 sweep?
Gained a lot of fans over the beginning of the series. It was not that loud.
Man.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Hey,
and I'm enjoying them too. Classic.
Hey, but without further ado, we have our first appearance of Battle Canyon, King of the Hill.
I called it earlier, saying that if Instinct lost game 2, they would choose Battle Canyon, King of the Hill, and if Classic lost game 2, they would most likely choose Nexus. So Instinct's very strong in this. I expect them to do very well.
All right, well, it is do or die time for this Instinct squad. Now, a quick little run through of this map. We have snipers at both tops of the maps, or however you want to reach it. We always call them sniper huts, but I can't say we have snipers in both sniper huts. And we also have the rockets down bottom middle. Ogre 2 already getting up to the top. He is just, he's so routine with this map that they don't even give the sniper to Roy off the beginning.
And generally, Lunchbox is the player that grabs sniper at the beginning, but Ogre 2 has been playing so good, especially the last game. I wonder if they just switched it up. They're so confident in all their players that they're just like, you know what, Tom, you're on fire, you take the sniper at the start.
All right, so of course, King of the Hill is going to be the first team to 250 seconds, or points rather. The hill is going to be moving. And Dave, what, for this first initial hill, what are the keys to success? Besides winning individual battles.
Besides winning a fight when you have first 3 shots, the keys to success are going to be securing the bases before it moves there. So for example, this first hill is going to move over to red in about a minute. So when the players get the chance, they're going to want to move over to red and start holding that base. What is he doing weapon combination-wise? He gives.
Wow, it doesn't matter.
That is just the most stupid weapon combination I've ever seen.
Yeah, we do not condone this. It doesn't matter if it works out, just don't do it. Yeah, you might as well pick up the brute shot if it was on the map. That gun used to actually be pretty good back in the day.
That was a lot of fun, man, not gonna lie. So the hill should be moving to red next, and I do not see why they are not moving over to red already. See, Prototype's eventually going back there, but he should have been doing this 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Well, Dave, maybe they're just not as smart as you know that? But regardless, they're catching the members of Instinct completely off guard. The hill is now 16-5 in favor of Team Classic, so once again, off to that early lead. And it doesn't matter what Prototype does, he is going to stay alive, and he is shooting so well.
He does not miss shots. Does not miss shots.
And we saw that back in the 2011 season when the competition is so neck and neck. Whoever's playing on that given day better normally will win.
Yes, and it's cliche to say, but obviously teamwork, communication is very important. But when you have people that are not losing any of their individual fights, which they do happen, and you can't avoid, you know, there's always going to be individual fights that happen. When you win those, it makes it that much easier to win.
Now, Dave, basic setup here.
What a nade! I'm trying to think where he naded that off of.
I have no idea. But basic setup here for this first hill on the, or the second hill at red base. Are you looking for the guy top arch, guy top red? Kind of walk me through that.
This hill, you're able to get the most time possible on any hill in the game. It's weird that he's challenging that right there, trying to get the angle, because right now, he can just wait for Ogre 2 to poke out of there. Let the guy on top arch help him and shoot him in the back. So right there, he got a little overconfident, challenging an unnecessary fight. So that's something that can come back to hurt Classic. Fighting, you know, challenging fights that they do not necessarily have to.
Straight stick and Prototype just shooting so well. I feel bad for not even talking about Russo and Chig, but I can't take my eyes off them. He's doing such a good job at the arch. Notice how right here he is actually crouching to stay up there so he does not take fire. That is a Dave Walsh move, to say the least. Just one of those annoying moves that there's nothing you can do about.
If you get comfortable on arch, you have to just be very comfortable holding it from both sides. So you can fight needle side from there, but most importantly, you gotta know how to fight blue and in the creek from there. There's so many different angles, and that's something that's gonna become an advantage for players that are higher sensitivity that can control it well. I would struggle on there because I only play 3 cents, so when you have to look down at your feet, look at a guy in the creek, those vertical battles are so important, and that's why you want some of your higher sensitivity players on top of the arch if possible.
Well, quote me if I am wrong, but when I first played with Roy, when he picked up that new MLG controller sponsored by Mad Cats, he said he is actually playing 2 sensitivity now because it felt so fast to him. I know Ninja also made a switch from 5 down to 3. So does controller, can that really change it that much?
It's all in the controller, I guess. So for example, these controllers, I'm not sure what sensitivity each player is currently playing, but you can change tension, and that's something I'm not completely familiar with.
Gotcha. Well, nonetheless, we see as Russo, every single one of these players on Classic is just pissing X1s. There is nothing they can do. I'm serious.
So right here, you see Russo at red, and this is not bad in the situation. They need to start getting over blue about a minute ahead of time. So it's fine to be on the arch right now, fight from there for at least another 20, 30 seconds. But once they get the ability, or once they spawn over at blue, they should stay there. Last time Classic made the mistake of rotating over too late. Even though they're in the lead, they could have gotten a much bigger lead.
Now,
and you see them still over at red.
Yep. Now, question for you, Dave. Now, when this hill moves to blue, the setup is going to change because the arch isn't really the most dominant position. Then, are you still looking to control that arch?
I feel it's nearly impossible to control arch when it's at red, or when the hill is at blue, because the team at red is just going to be able to overpower and eventually force that guy off arch. Now, 2 of the biggest differences when this hill is going to move over there is, 1, you do not have that slant at the top of the base. So, for example, if you're trying to watch Portal from top, you have nowhere to be safe. So you're going to get shot in the back from arch and the top of the base. And 2, you can also be on the top of red and shoot the needle side blue. For example, when you're on top of blue trying to shoot needle side red when you're in that hill, you cannot. The arch blocks the angle. So that's why I was saying red is the most, the best hill is the best hill out there.
Yep, you can just accumulate so much time over there. And now we see as Roy's going to position himself top red base, he is just looking to really push shots in, and now because of that, he will be able to take down Russo, using the tree there for a second, which is a smart play there. You got to use your environment.
Yes. Love your environment, use your environment. These guys know every inch of the map. They know where they can just duck around for a second, expose as little of their body as possible to make the shots as hard as possible for their opponent.
The members of Classic are just on top of these power weapons. I see a sniper in the hands, as well as Chig also has these rockets. It's as though Instinct is just not prepared for what Classic was going to bring to this match. And now I know they couldn't have possibly done their homework because they were at a LAN simultaneously as Classic, but they should have maybe taken...
They should have been asking around, possibly watching re-uploaded VODs if those were available. Even having their coach take a look if he had a chance. I mean, I noticed them a lot of times at the LAN that I was with them at, watching a lot of March Madness. I mean, it's hard not to watch the basketball tournament going on, but they were more focused on that at the LAN in their spare time.
Well, that's what separates pros and Joes, you know? Some people just want it more than others. But nonetheless, Chig is still putting these rockets to use. He is on a killing spree. He's looking for his teammate. And anything he does, he is just spinning aimlessly and just pulling the trigger, it looks like, and he's just getting kills. It's absurd. And Ogre 2 is actually going to hit him with an old microwave.
He's got the rocket and sniper combo.
Dual microwaves.
Tom is taking this game in his own hands. He is basically realizing, all right, no one else in my team right now is stepping up. I've got to do it. He's been playing the best by far for his team so far this match.
That's just one of the things about an Ogre. You know, you've teamed with him in the past. We both have played against him. It seems, though, as when the game just gets out of line, it's if they hit this switch and there is nothing you can do.
Yep, and that's one of the beautiful things about Instinct in general. Any one of these players can go on a rampage. They can just take control of the game. And it might be a little too late for this hill. I mean, it moves in 20 seconds, but this is going to be enough to get Instinct back in this game. I cannot see Classic contesting the rest of this hill. So right now what Instinct wants to do is get control of their sniper, hopefully stop them from getting on top of the arch and getting their sniper.
Russo does have that sniper, and he is top arch. It's going to be Roy versus Russo. That is an incredibly hard angle. Russo is going to be able to take out Lunchbox, and he is going to avenge his brother's death, and he is not able to get the double kill because Russo is hiding. And look at this. He is going to make Roy just look foolish, and he's going to fly straight at him. Great play by Russo.
Russo playing so smart with the arch. You saw him earlier jump from top arch to blue when the hill was over there. You saw him hiding there, knowing that there was someone flanking him at red and coming out and killing the sniper. He only had one bullet in it, but he kept control of his sniper and took theirs. So it was a good play by both players because Roy, on one hand, wanted to get control of red. It is the most important. It's going to move there in a minute and a half, and you can control the arch from that side.
The team fire from Classic is just superb at this point in time. We got Prototype hiding in the front door of blue base. No one can predict that one. And now Lunchbox is going to rip off straight 6 base. And now all members of Classic are stuck in the base, minus Chig, who got an unfortunate spawn in front of blue base, as all members of Instinct are staring at him.
Lunchbox has Hill and Rockets. I want to see how he uses this.
Prototype getting a little bit overzealous in this situation. Here we go with Lunchbox. You called it. Genius delivers it. He's going to be pushing up with the reload, and that is just perfect. Killing spree with the double kill.
See Lunchbox eventually go red here in a little bit. He's, he obviously must know they're at blue, but he's going to probably use his last rocket and eventually push to red, whether he ports through or comes back. If he does not, I would consider it a big mistake because it's going to move over to red soon. And if they lose their players over at red, they're going to lose this next hill.
And I love the play actually by Lunchbox going and keeping the pressure on Team Classic at that base. When you're at blue, you're at such a disadvantage that you get trapped at the portal because you can't port through, so you can just nade them off the back wall, and you just pretty much trap them there. And it's a great play by either team.
Agreed.
I needed a sip of water there, sorry.
No
so I got your Pistola was going to be taken out.
On Pistola's death screening, he's sneaking over to Needle Red. He realized how important this next hill is going to be.
Fortunate spawn for Pistola. There's 10 seconds less than this hill, and then it'll be moving to Needle Side Red.
And I cannot pinpoint the exact reason why Instinct did not keep control of red base, but you notice how I was saying before, like Lunchbox overstretched a little bit over to blue earlier. He might not be solely to blame, but you can tell just in general they've not completely secured red, which they needed to.
Well, a good thing is Ogre 2 was a complete distraction up at Blue Sniper, and because of that now they will be able to take control of red base. We see as Russo is actually hiding in the front Magnum. Back in the day, that's what we used to call it, and now he is just sitting there just trying to poke out, but he is spotted, and now they are aware that it is a trap.
You hear the awareness from Instinct. You see all of them still looking towards red. They realize there's someone in there. Pistola is not going to get distracted by these other callouts. He realized that, all right, as soon as someone takes my attention, there's probably going to be a guy poke out of the base.
And here comes Pistola. He's going to be putting shots in Russo. Russo's going to fall into the base. Chig and Straight Six are going to be putting the pressure on from up top. Chig is going to be pushing right through. Straight Six is going to be cleaned up. And now we see as Prototype's going to be coming through the shotgun, and it is an all-out firefight here on Needle Side Red. He is going to throw the nade in there, ending up killing his teammate. No, he does not. Russo doesn't even get hit by that nade. Dodges it perfectly, but Lunchbox will make him pay for dodging that nade.
Only 10-second game. Instinct pulled ahead. The first time we see them had a lead in this game. And I want to point out that, first off, this game is not going to go to 250 seconds with the pace that it is going at. So right now, all these teams have to do is get that small lead, 10, 20 seconds at a time, and just get the kills. There's no way they're going to close out beforehand, so they just realize, all right, both teams can start to play a slow-paced game. You don't need to force too many scrapped up seconds when you can't. You just need to get good control if possible.
One member of Classic down, make that 2 as Straight Six falls victim to the DMR of Pistola, and now Chig is going to fall into the base. Ogre 2 is going to get punched in the face by Prototype, and now it is going to be a 3-on-3 scenario here as Pistola is just starting to heat up with incredible shots there on P-Tizite. Pistola coming out, Needle
gets
Side
these
Red.
rockets. This is going to be huge. All right, so it looks like Ogre 2 traded Russo with rockets. Pistola's going to try to snag these up. This could be huge. A little miss.
You know,
little mishap right there. He just didn't go as far enough. And obviously, every player at this level is going to take whatever shortcut they can. They're not going to go walk over the weapon for a few seconds. He knows exactly where it's at his feet. He's going to walk over, snag it, and try to shoot that rocket. And right there was just a little mishap on Pistola's
We are getting down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the remainder of this King of the Hill. We are going to go to an Astro listen-in with your 2011 National Champions, Instinct.
Russo.
I'm going plasma side.
Tom, somebody get Arch.
Somebody get Arch.
I'm trying to get up there, but
this guy.
I'm watching you.
Watch plasma red. They might port it. They're all blue. I don't see them. Yeah, watch sniper. I'm watching plasma side. Plasma side now.
I'm out front of the base weak. Check.
I got one.
On Rock Arch.
Shoot it. Top blue. Top blue.
It's plasma blue. Plasma blue pushing out front. Shotties. I'm out.
Nice shots. 3 dead.
Let's go. I know. Weak. 2 shots. 3 dead. Go. 3 dead. Get out. Nice job, guys.
Watch back. Never mind.
Toss pushing out. He's dead.
1 hit. Alive.
Nice shot.
Needle side hitting me on the sniper.
Needle side, 2 guys.
I'm pushing out.
2 guys weak
I'm
over
gonna
there.
come out front door.
2 up there, Tom. 2 up there.
Needle side.
2 needle side, guys.
I'm here.
I'm doing nades. I got 2 nades, Tom. Back up.
Watch behind us.
They're weak. They're weak.
They ported.
I got 2 of them.
Watch blue guys. Watch top blue sniper and then top blue last 2.
No time.
I'm trying to.
I'm trying to stay alive. I'm trying to stay alive.
Yeah, you 2 switch out when you're weak.
Oh, rush you, Borg. To your left.
Top blue weak,
Pistol weak, and the pistol weak.
I have shotties.
Shotties weak.
I mean, no less, I'm sorry.
No one's here, was getting
Top blue, 10 seconds. Top blue.
Let's go, bro. Pistol. Bottom right garage. Bottom right garage. You're last one, Tom. You're gonna be last one. Stay alive. They know you're there. Stay alive. They know you're there.
I'm down, dude.
Stay alive, guys. I'm going to the red.
I died, they pushed me, they pushed me.
Bottom
Blue,
right,
you Tom, right below you as well. Blue, you got shotties.
Front red.
One shot right over there. Hey, front red, two guys.
I'm pushing
One
blue.
shot red
One shot in
pistol.
the mag up to blue.
I push blue. Top blue on me.
I dropped
Absolute
one.
front of the base. Front door, top blue.
Stay alive. I'm coming.
Absolute,
Absolute.
Top blue, absolute. Absolute front red. Absolute front red. Front door red.
Pistol red is on, we're beating it.
Alright, we got red. We got blue. We got blue. What's on hill? He's going, okay, with the
Tom's
red.
going portal.
He's going from blue now. From blue.
They're watching you, Tom, right now.
They're watching me. Stay alive. I need help.
I'm going to just make a good push. On side, kill this guy. And creep. And creep.
Right, Tom.
To the right. Get to that one hit. I don't know.
Creek, weak.
Stay alive.
One good push,
Top blue,
guys.
top blue.
Push. I need help. I need help and help.
Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. We're coming, Tom's coming out of that.
Hill's one hit.
Get the hell, guys.
I got Nate.
Somebody go plat side. I'm going right now.
Everybody get top of the base.
One weak. Go top of the base, one shot.
I got one. Back in base, lead. Two shots, check. Last guy. Get in hill. Get in hill.
I got it. You got it.
Somebody get on top. Somebody get on top.
Plan weak.
Stay in hill. Stay in
Let's go
hill.
front. Stay alive.
I need Justin. Don't go.
I know. Charge us.
Keep going.
And then watch out.
Hold on. Let me try a pad one here. I need this. You need a pad?
I'm not gonna spawn in the time, bro.
There we go. There you go. All right, give me that fist pound now. Nice job. That's what we needed.
Instinct is going to take game number 3. They're fighting for every inch of the playing field there on Beaver Creek. Give it up for that King of the Hill on Battle Canyon, ladies and gentlemen.
And we see Instinct back in their true form. They got outslayed by 2 kills that game, yet still win the game by 10 to 20 seconds.
Great job, all in all. I mean, at the beginning there, we kind of were questioning. They were like, why aren't they setting up at red base? And, you know, that almost came back to haunt them. But Classic, just things started to get a little bit away. And actually, in reality, the only difference was that Straight Stick decided to start missing.
He did start missing a couple shots, but I want to point out that they moved as a team when they pushed over the base. So a lot of times I was saying, all right, they need to go over to red right here. But they wouldn't go over and do it by themselves. So for example, it might have been a smarter play on their end, just saying, all right, I'm not going to just portal to red by myself. I'm going to wait for my team, and we're going to make a push all there at the same time.
Makes sense. All right, well, we are going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have a capture the flag awaiting you.